It turns out the doctor wasn't messing us around after all. Rather, he wanted a couple of additional opinions as to the make and model of our demise snake.
Was it poisonous?
Very. Could have been fatal.
So you find these in houses often, I suppose?
As a matter of fact, you don't.
And how the hell did it get there?
Through the open window?
Oh, well, you always sleep with the window open.
No screens? Why?
Well, most of the bugs are gone at this time of the year. We're having storm windows installed, so we had the screens removed.
Yes, we know. We found their footprints all over the place.
Wait, maybe it was one of them.
No. We had them all checked out. They're clean.
The, herpetologist, which is a big word for snake expert, seems to think the snake could have been in the house for a few weeks.
No.
Well, I don't buy that theory, not for 1 minute. I guarantee you Olivia St. John was behind it. She had it planted there.
Look, we might all think so. On the other hand, we might all be paranoid. The point is, if we go to court, the judge is going to ask us to prove it. It's going to be a little embarrassing if we can't.
Well, that's your department, isn't it?
Why are you so sure it's her? I mean, have there been any more threats?
Well, this is what the whole fake summit meeting was set up for, just to get me out of the way so that she could send somebody in to attack Anne at the house.
You're worth all that?
Well, I think so.
Yeah, but you've never had very good judgment where men are concerned.
True.
I hardly think this is the time and the place for personal jibes. Quite frankly, I don't care whether it was Olivia or whether it was the janitor who planted the snake. The whole bloody mess is going to end right now.
All by yourself? How you do that?
Well, until you do your job the way you're supposed to have this woman locked up where she belongs, I'm taking Anne and Robin and we're going away.
Where are you going?
I'm not too sure. Scotland. Hell, maybe Australia. I'm not too fussy. Somewhere where Robin can go to school. I tell you, when I make up my mind, neither you nor anybody else is going to stop me.
Good idea. Can I come too?
Is that all you're going to say? You want to come with us?
Well, maybe you'd like an argument. Hey, look, stick around. If you're going to go, though, write me a card.
But it's not my idea, Robert. It's Duke that wants to go.
Listen, darling, it seems to me like you've been outnumbered, so why don't we just go home, pack up and...
There is nowhere safe until the mob is broken. I can't believe the two of you. Haven't you got all this evidence against them?
Look, I think we're all being sidetracked by this Jerome broad. Now, I think that between myself, Guy, and the FBI, we can bring enough resources to bear.
You just said you had no evidence against her.
None on the threats to you. But on mob affairs, that's a whole different line of business. Look, for once, I agree with him. I'm more concerned about you and Robin than I am about using you as a piece of live bait to bring in some dingbat.
Well, I don't know about you, but I personally could not live with myself if we stayed in town simply to gather evidence. If something happened to you, the child, or to Robin.
I'm not letting these people run my life. I mean, this isn't a vacation we're talking about. You want to run away.
You call it what you like, Anna. Call it running away. If running away is what it takes, then that's what I'll do. I'll run away.
Olivia's still going to be on the loose. I mean, what if she never goes to jail? When do we come home?
Got a point.
Mob does have a long memory, that's for sure.
All right, what do you suggest?
Well, we can't prove anything from Scotland, for a start. And if we can't get her on murder or whatever it is that she thinks she was doing, what about conspiracy?
With whom?
I don't know. I mean, she must be working with someone. She must have had somebody help her kidnap Robin, and then there were the birds and the snake. There must be an accomplice. Maybe there's a couple of them.
Do you know how hard it is to prove conspiracy?
That's why we need Duke and the mob.
Oh, come on. We don't even know if I'm still trusted enough to be valuable.
Yes, you are. Especially now with Victor ill.
Man, I get if Olivia does what I told her to do.
Continuing in my meddlesome ways, I asks, what did you ask Olivia to do?
Well, I did it purely as a smokescreen. I asked her to reschedule the meeting that didn't happen last night and let me know the time and the place and the names, etc.
Did she offer any explanation as to what happened to meeting number one?
Well, she assumed that the bosses said there was a police informer, since you knew about the meeting. Freaked the bosses out and they stayed away.
They think you're the informer. That's why you don't feel they trust you anymore.
Exactly. I mean, if they do reschedule a meeting, I may not even hear about it. They may send me to Chicago and they may all get together and meet in Hoboken.
They'll meet you in Hoboken and then boot you off the pier.
But this is beside the point. I mean, all this is true. This could happen. But Olivia is after the authority that her father gave to Duke and myself. And this is a Perfect time for her to make a move on Victor.
Oh, come on, to hell with Victor, to hell with Olivia. All I want to do is to take my family and get them safely out of town.
But they will send a hitman after us.
Not if I'm no longer valuable to them, they won't.
Kiddies, please, all right? Now, any day that starts off with a dead snake on the desk is bound to be a bummer, and this one's no exception. Now, as it turns out, Guy and I are working on a new angle. Aren't we, Guy?
Absolutely. As soon as you tell me what it is.
There you go.
We gave you an idea. You want to tell us what it is?
Well, I'm not obliged to do that just at the moment, but I'll tell you if it works out.
Okay. Yeah, thank you too. Oh, you have got to go back to work. Because your club is going to go to the dogs, and we're going to weigh 1,000 pounds.
Well, too bad. I've already told Daisy I won't be there, and anyway, you'll walk off the weight in Scotland, which reminds me I must call the travel agency.
No. Well, if you do, just book one passage, because I'm not going with you.
Are you trying to drive me crazy or what?
I feel safer here in Port Charles with the police here.
Oh, and Robert, yeah?
Why don't you give him a chance? He might have something on Olivia this time.
All right, till the end of the week, and then we fly out of here, okay? You understand? And what does Robert know about Olivia that we don't know anyway?